All right, what is happening out there, crypto world? A little rainy here in Louisville, Kentucky, so I'm been looking at some charts since it's pouring down rain. And one of the charts I noticed that was doing pretty well, that we were kind of talking about on our show on Thursday night, was is bat. Bat is starting to act like a bat coming out of hell. Just kidding. No, but what happened is starting to get some bullishness. We broke some levels that we thought that it was going to break. So I just wanted to do a quick recap of what's going on with this coin. See what the future holds. Hopefully. So let's take a look at the chart here. All right. Uh, this is the chart that we looked at on Thursday night. It's a daily for basic attention token against the dollar. Uh, I did it against the dollar because it was a request on our show from somebody on the chat room. Uh, so anybody else needs it in BTC, we can look at that another time. But right now, I'm going to look at the U.S. dollar. What we were looking at here was I was trying to find the trend, kind of long term trend of what's going on. I saw this trend over here where we broke to the downside, came back, did a little bit of a pullback to the break point here. But one thing, and this was the start of this leg to the downside since it broke the trend at this point. And I was looking at I mean, this is kind of roughed in, so these aren't exact numbers, but it's close enough to see. Uh, this low here, off the high of the start here, the 61.8% level was right in this area. We found some selling interest at this point. So with this move holding at this point, it's going to keep the new bearish trend here to the downside going for a while, as you can see with this trend line. We had that going for a little bit. Got into this area right in here after it tested this area up around 39 cents or so, came back down to around 10 cents, and the 61.8% level is right at 28 cents or so. This whole area in here of consolidation is kind of this, okay, where are we going to take this thing? We've already kind of rallied back up, kind of almost tested the previous high. So what are we going to do here? Well, it started to take off the other day, and Bobby and I were looking at this, and we really liked the setup to where we were thinking that it would break out to new highs and then possibly get out to even a target of 57 cents or almost 58 cents. We've already broke the high, which is good, so everything's working the way it should. Momentum for the internal trend is pretty strong, and of course we've been in an exhaustion phase for a while here, so that could come down quickly. So that's why I put in here another 61.8% level to watch for if this thing does break back a little bit. The intersection of this 61.8% level at 32 cents, along with this new bullish trend line, would be an area that I think would find a lot of buying interest. So if this thing does come back down into this area, that's where I would want to be a buyer again. I'm already long, but if I was going to add to it, that would be where I'm going to look for. And as prices approaches there, we can see what some of the indicators are looking at to see if it's going to continue trend or not. But right now, I really like the setup. We might even, continue up without even retracing back. We'll just have to see how long this leg is going to go. The reason I think that it might come back right here is kind of when you look at. I'll just put in a little arrow here just to show what I'm kind of talking about. This move here to this point is going to be roughly about the same distance as we've already had at the moment. So I know the arrows are moving in different sizes because this is a log chart, so it's going to be moving in percentages. Same reason why this arrow here is a lot larger than this one for the objective is because it's a log chart. So but same thing here. You got this breakout point here on a nice little leg to the upside, had an area of consolidation, and then we got another little move right here, which is kind of matched up pretty nicely of where we're at on the 44 cent move, or the move to 44, almost 45 cents. So uh, I'm liking this as an area of selling. I mean, we've already started to see a little bit of selling interest here, as we can see by the wick of that green candle. But if it does start to push down lower, I'm looking into this range, probably somewhere between 33 cents to 35 cents or maybe even 36 cents. Somewhere in that zone, I would be a buyer if it did dip down to the downside here. But overall, I still like the pattern to work its way up into this little triangle area I got up in here, to where it rides this area of support all the way up until it gets to that target from the trend line break. So uh, let's say uh, if we get up to this is where I'd want to take profit, is at 58 cents. So but this trend line here is going to be my guide of support. So as long as this trend line holds and it doesn't break to the downside, I'm going to remain long in this. But this is going to be my area of stop protection as we go forward on this trend line to the upside. So just wanted to give you a little recap on BAT. It's doing what Bobby and I were thinking. So we're going to give our little pat on the back to get us to break into the upside. But let's see if we can keep this thing going all the way to the objective. So uh, that's what I have for today. Let's go BAT, and happy trading. All right. Talk to you guys later.